On here with my A Nightmare on Elm Street DVD collection for September 25th, 2010. So let's get into it. Starting off first with A Nightmare on Elm Street, that was written and directed by Wes Craven, one of the horror masters in my opinion. This is probably one of the best horror movies up to date. Even though it was created in 1984, it's still one of the best. It goes hand in hand with Friday the 13th. It's a New Line Cinema release, probably one of the first really big movies. Stars Johnny Depp, John Saxon, Heather Langenkamp, and of course Robert Englund. It's a really good movie. My favorite death is Tina's death. When she's all over on top of the ceiling. This is the cut version, which I did not like. I didn't really see the point with cutting out a few seconds. I do have the VHS, so it's still good. A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. It was okay movie. It's not one of my favorite, not one of the worst. Still, it was an alright movie. A lot of people hate on it. They say, oh, it's a piece of shit. Shouldn't have even been made. But in my opinion, it was still a good movie. I really did enjoy it. It doesn't really have that big people starring in it except for Robert Englund. I think Mark Patton, Kim Myers stars in it. It was a good movie. Freddy's more trying to take control of a kid. It's not really about killing the kids of the parents that murdered him. I don't know, it was a good movie. Now, this one should actually be called Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, but it's Part 3, Dream Warriors. Actually, there was one really cool death in this movie, and that was the gym teachers. And anyway, this stars Pamela Arquette. I don't know if she's related to David Arquette. I don't know. Didn't really ever look up on that. See, Robert Englund's in this movie. Heather Langenkamp. John Saxon. Really good movie. I really like it. I think it's the best sequel to it. I could watch this movie over and over. It's really good. My favorite death might be the drug death, Let's get high. It was a good movie. It was that, or maybe the wizard's death. I always remember this movie, even when I was a little kid. I remember two scenes out of the whole series of Nightmare on Elm Street. I remember the beginning with the, oh, you're hurting me, and the skeleton face. And then I remember the bathtub scene in the first one. And now, A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, The Dream Master. This was a fairly good movie. Just like the second one. I might say this is maybe a little bit better than the second one. But it was a fairly good movie. I liked it. Robert Englund did a good job in it. My favorite death, possibly, I don't really know what maybe the car scene where the black guy dies. I don't know his name. I'm not trying to be racist, but probably the worst one in the series. But I really did enjoy the movie. I enjoy every one, love them with all my heart. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, The Dream Child. This is the very cut version. Lucky I do also have the VHS version of this. They cut it horribly. Like almost every kill is cut out. Like the motorcycle scene, which is my favorite kill, and they cut that horribly. They cut the Greta's death, and I don't know. I don't even understand why they cut out all the gore in it. The gore made this movie, and they just cut it out. But still, if you're a Freddy fan, you gotta have it. I really do recommend you watch the VHS version first. And now, Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. Which, even though this, I don't really know about this movie. It was more funnier. This movie is really funny. And my favorite kill in this movie, possibly the glove scene. I really do love that scene. Now, Wes Craven's New Nightmare. This stars again Heather Langenkamp, John Saxon, Robert Englund. you know, it was written and directed by Wes Craven, who's, you know, this is probably, I don't even know really why you call this a Freddy movie. It's more of like a parody. I don't know. I enjoyed the movie though. And then you got Freddy vs. Jason, which I got this the day it came out on DVD. I got the 2-disc version. This is also one of my favorite Freddys. I'm a real big Jason fan, but back at the time I was more of a Freddy fan, so I wanted Freddy to really kick Jason's ass. But, you know, it was a good movie. People debate on who won. Technically, Freddy did kill Jason, but Freddy died first because he got his head chopped off, and Jason slowly died in the water. I mean, I don't know. People debate on who won. That's my Freddy collection. I have seen the remake, and you know, I'll just do a little review on the remake. The remake was, you know, I went into that movie with no hope. You know, I totally forgot I'd seen the first, and I'll say it was a good movie. The only part that I really did not like is that they made him a child molester. I hated that. Freddy was never a child molester. Like, maybe he did molest a child in the first one, but they never said it. All they said that they murdered the kid. In the new one, he didn't murder him, he just molested him. Excuse my language, who the fuck is afraid of a child molester? Horribly. Other than that, you know, it was an alright movie. I went to the theater to see it. And on October 5th, when it comes out on DVD, I do plan on getting it. Because, you know, I'm a big Freddy fan.